Welcome to African Today, the voice of a changing continent. We bring you the stories shaping Africa's present and future, from breaking news and bold analysis to culture, innovation, and voices on the ground. We're here to inform, inspire, and amplify the heartbeat of Africa every single day. Thank you for stopping by the channel. We hope you enjoy our video. Let's begin.
Over the past 3 decades, the economic relationship between Africa and China has evolved into one of the most significant geopolitical and development partnerships in modern history. What began as limited diplomatic and trade engagement has expanded into a multifaceted alliance involving infrastructure, manufacturing, mining, agriculture, technology, finance, and education. China is now Africa's largest trading partner, a major lender, and one of its most influential development actors. Supporters view the Africa-China partnership as a transformative engine for growth, industrialization, and poverty reduction. Critics argue it risks creating new dependencies, debt burdens, and uneven power dynamics. The reality lies between these perspectives. The partnership is neither purely exploitative nor purely benevolent. It is a strategic relationship shaped by national interests on both sides. This article explores the origins, structure, benefits, challenges, and future direction of the Africa-China economic partnership. Historical roots of Africa-China relations. China's engagement with Africa is not a recent phenomenon. Diplomatic ties date back to the 1950s and 1960s, when China supported African liberation movements in newly independent states as part of its anti-imperialist foreign policy. Africa-China economic partnership. A new axis of global development. The economic relationship between Africa and China has become one of the most influential global partnerships of the modern era. Over the past 2 decades, China has risen to become Africa's largest trading partner, a major infrastructure builder, and a key source of investment and financing. This partnership is reshaping Africa's development landscape, while also generating debate about dependency, debt, and long-term sustainability. Trade sits at the core of the relationship. Africa primarily exports raw materials such as oil, minerals, and agricultural products to China, while China exports machinery, electronics, vehicles, and manufactured goods to Africa. This pattern reflects China's industrial strength and Africa's resource-based economies. While access to China's massive market is a major opportunity, the imbalance also highlights Africa's ongoing struggle to move up the value chain. China's most visible impact in Africa is infrastructure. Chinese companies have built thousands of kilometers of roads and railways, ports, power plants, and industrial parks. These projects have improved transportation, increased electricity access, and reduced business costs across many countries. Unlike many Western lenders, China is willing to finance large infrastructure projects quickly and with fewer political conditions, which makes Chinese funding attractive to African governments. Beyond infrastructure, Chinese investment in African manufacturing is growing. Textile factories, cement plants, steel mills, and assembly plants are creating jobs and introducing new skills. Special economic zones backed by China aim to support industrialization and export growth, offering a pathway for African countries to diversify beyond raw materials. However, the partnership also carries risks. Many African countries have accumulated high levels of debt, including loans from Chinese banks. Some projects have limited transparency, and local firms do not always benefit as much as expected. Environmental concerns and labor practices have also drawn criticism in certain cases. Importantly, Africa is not simply a passive participant. Governments choose whether to accept loans, which projects to prioritize, and how contracts are structured. The outcomes of China-Africa cooperation depend heavily on the strength of African institutions, negotiation capacity, and long-term development strategies. Looking ahead, the relationship is evolving toward green energy, digital infrastructure, and higher-value manufacturing. For Africa, the challenge is to use Chinese capital and expertise to build local industries, expand skills, and increase exports of finished goods rather than raw materials. The Africa-China economic partnership is neither a miracle cure nor a new form of colonialism. It is a strategic relationship driven by mutual interests. If managed wisely, it can become a powerful tool for Africa's industrialization.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to help grow the channel. Until next time, see you soon.